Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com and expertalgos.com. So this is a short presentation to get rid of some of those myths about what a trading algorithm is, what an auto trader is, automated trading software, and what it's not. Some people think that it's just so simple that they can just subscribe and away they go. What they are not it's not an artificial intelligence. It's not fire and forget money making machine, because market conditions change. Not always daily, not always weekly, but market conditions will change. Different economic data will come out which will turn things around. So we need to be made, and only an artificial intelligence can recognize those changes. And an artificial intelligence would not work on NinjaTrader or Think or Swim, because it takes too much logic and processing power for an AI to actually recognize those things. So what is an auto trader? What's a trading algo? They're machines with a core operating system, and that core operating system is a strategy. So we're going to go through the three that we've got, right? So machines need some input from an operator. Okay, it's got a main operating system like a computer, like Windows, but each machine, auto trader, has a core operating system, which is a strategy. So we have three machines, three different auto traders. They're machines. So the first one is the expert range breakout. So at the core, its operating system is the range breakout strategy. That's what it's designed to do. The middle one is the roller coaster. So again, its core, its operating system is the roller coaster strategy. And then we have the expert algo auto trader. Again, its operating system is that expert algo strategy. Okay, so there's three different machines there. I'm going to choose one of those machines and then just go through the basics of what a user's expected to do. So with the expert range breakout, we have four modules within that machine. Do you want to trade reversals? Do you want to trade a straddle? Do you want to trade a continuation trade? Or do you want to trade that opening range breakout? So there's four modules. So that's a choice that you want to choose anyway. But the first thing you've got to choose is which instrument you want to trade. So do you want to trade gold? Do you want to trade NASDAQ? Everybody wants to trade NASDAQ, but do you want to trade 6E, the euro? And I'm going to use that as an example in a little while. So first of all, you choose the instrument you want to trade. Does that react at certain times of the day, certain days of the week, that sort of thing? Remember, the economic calendar is printed for everybody to see. When economic data comes out, the US dollar reacts. Everything revolves around that US dollar, whether we like it or not. When the US dollar goes one way, gold will go either the same way or an opposite way. 6E will go the opposite way. So that calendar dictates how markets react, what that behavior is. So in this case, I want to choose a reversal module, okay? So I've chosen the instrument, 6E. I've chosen that I want to do a reversal strategy. But then I need to input the machine some basic things to help me optimize. So I want to give it a max risk. So if that range is over a certain amount of ticks, that risk is too high for me if it comes back against me. So I can dictate that max risk. The order quantity, whether it's one contract or 10 contracts, I can dictate that as part of setting up this machine. The order type, stop market, stop limit, market if touched, lots of different order types. The targets for that trade, the P&L protection. There's a module within in the software which gives you lots of options for the profit and loss protection. The days of the week. In 6E's case, I only trade that particular strategy is optimized for a Thursday between certain hours, because at 8:30 a.m. EST, we have the employment data coming out. And I'm going to go through that strategy in a little while. But so with this particular trade, I've put all of these other things in, but also I only want to trade this on a Thursday between 8:20 and 8:40 a.m. because I want that reversal on the data. So I have that option. The entry offset, does it move that fast? Is it worth understanding that when we do have a reversal in this particular case, it moves fast? Maybe we should incorporate a bit of slippage in there and put a 2-tick entry offset. The stop offset, so when the entry goes in, where should the stop go compared to where the range is? And then there's a module about trade management, how to manage that trade. When do we adjust the stop to break even? When do we adjust the stop to lock in more profit, and so on and so forth? And then the trading sessions. Now, there's quite a few more options than this, but I just wanted to show you that everything revolves around the machine. In this case, the machine is the expert range breakout. That's the strategy. We then choose the instrument. And in this particular case, there's 4 modules that you can trade. You could put straddle and continuation on the same machine. In this case, I've just chosen reversal. And then what I want is then to choose and change all of these things plus quite a few others. But what it does, it starts to program the machine. Don't worry though. The optimization of the machine is covered in a very thorough training boot camp for our users, no matter whether it's the range breakout, the roller coaster, or the expert algo. It's very, very important to step by step understand all of these different parameters that you're going to start to input into your machine, and then how to optimize that strategy piece by piece, building up a really strong optimization, a machine to trade 6E, for example. So this is 6E. This is what it was this week. I'm making this video on a Friday. This was yesterday. So I'm going to just show you around the chart a little bit. Right now, it's outside of the trading session, so it's not trading. And you see these grey bars on the bottom? That means it's not trading. So also, so between this grey bar and this grey bar down the bottom, this is the time that we can take a trade. But what we're looking for is a reversal. So the employment data comes out here. So the core operating system, the strategy, defines that 10-minute range, because we've got it on the 10-minute time frame. It gives it a bias, and the bias is red, so it's going down, going into that data. The module in that core strategy is that we want a reversal. So when that data comes out, we wanted to trade the reversal going up, and that's what it did. We then dictate where that first target is, because this was for 2 contracts. It hit that first target to the tick, 35 ticks, and then started to come back down again. But what happened during that process, it moved the stop to lock in more profit on both contracts. So what happens is the first target's hit, the first contract gets taken out, starts moving back and takes profit at that point. Trade is over. There's the profit and loss. Very, very simple. It's just a simple example of the strategy. What that looks like on a performance point of view is that we have over the 60 days, remember, it only trades on a Thursday, and on some Thursdays it may not even trade because the criteria, that max risk and all those other parameters that we actually put into the machine may not be met. So in the last 2 months, it's traded 11 of those Thursdays, which is pretty good. It's got an 81% win rate. Number of winning trades 9, number of losing trades 2. So everything's pretty good. We've got average winning rate there. It's made $1,300 on this particular machine. Okay, this particular instrument strategy. And we use these performance reports again in that training bootcamp to help optimize the best strategy for that instrument for that particular machine. So you can have more than one machine running. You can have more than one account running. So this is what I have on one of my VPSs. This is just a screenshot I just grabbed right now. Very, very simple. I'm going to talk you around it. So I've got two different chart sets here. So on the left-hand side, I've got a chart set that the chart is open with HG. It's a copper. Now you see the tabs down in the bottom there. They are different chart sets, different machines. Okay, so I've got a machine for 6E that you saw on the previous slide there. I've got a machine running for gold, which is only trading on a Friday, by the way. I've got a micro gold roller coaster machine running. The machine running on the left at the moment, you can see with the tab that's open, is copper on the range breakout. But this machine is running looking for continuation trades. So if this particular price action starts to come back down and the range turns red, so it defines it as a bearish, it will trade coming back out of that range. It's active because it's green, because this grey has stopped at this time. So during the optimization process, again, taught in the training bootcamp, we know that copper has a high probability of winning when we have a continuation trade during this particular hour. Okay. On the right hand side, we can see the roller coaster is out of the session now, but it's had a couple of trades during the night. So where there's no grey, that's where it can take orders if there is one. So this short was taken in here, trading stop was taken out, bit of profit. Okay. Reset the machine this morning because I had some data issues, but then in this particular case, we had a long order. Okay. Took some heat, eventually took the trading stop out, little bit of profit there. But the idea is that the strategy is running. The core of the strategy in this particular case on the right hand side is roller coaster. Okay, through that optimization process, we've dictated the max risk between stop and entry. We've dictated the trade management there. We've dictated the times of the day and the days of the week. It will only trade when there's no grey there. All those other things have been optimized, so then it runs automatically. Okay, and then at the end of the week, you will actually look at that data, that performance. Has it gone better or worse than when you started at the beginning of the week? Do you need to just re-optimize slightly? And again, because market conditions change, it's something you should need to keep an eye on. So that's it. I didn't want to go too much into depth because obviously the training bootcamp does that for you. But I just wanted to get across that this is not AI. It doesn't choose which instruments to trade. Each auto trader is a machine. That machine at its core has a process. Okay, it has an operating system, and that operating system is a specific strategy. And then what you've got to do is build instrument strategies on different charts, and those machines will run. So sophisticated traders, you can build your own instrument strategies using 3 different machines, 3 different strategies. So check it out at expertalgos.com/sophisticated-trader. And I'll put the links down below in the description of this video. So hopefully that gives you an insight what auto traders are, okay? What these algorithms are. They're machines with a core operating system, which is the strategy. You build your specific instrument strategy around that core operating system.